Nell. Elizabeth's voice cut into my thoughts. It's something to do with that scene at Rutherford's, I'm sure. I wasn't going to say it in front of Sarah, but I heard a man say, "Murderer." Her voice dropped to a low breath of sound. Was somebody murdered? Was that Black Maria taking the murderer away? I fought for composure, setting my jaw so firmly that it hurt. I squeezed my eyes shut, but I couldn't stop the tears. They took Mr. Rutherford away. They said he murdered his wife. Elizabeth, what am I going to do? I turned my back on the room and fumbled in my reticule for a handkerchief. Elizabeth let out her breath in a great rush. So that's what it was. She frowned. What do you mean, what are you going to do? There's nothing you can do except pray, I suppose, if you're the praying kind. If Mr. Rutherford didn't murder his wife, they'll let him go free. Or do you think he did? My despair gave way to instant fury, heat coursing through my veins. How dare you even suggest he might have? Of course he didn't! My anger was all the more violent because of the sudden image of Martin's white face as he hit Judah Poulton, blind with the desire to kill. Hush! Elizabeth flapped her hand. Do you want the entire room to hear you? I'm sorry for saying it. Mother says I have a knack for making precisely the remark I shouldn't. You said what everyone will say. I sniffed and stared at the long windows, through which I could see the rain falling in sheets. It's what everyone will think. But I can't think it. Of course, it wasn't possible. Elizabeth seemed about to reply when her face assumed an expression of mild curiosity. Turning round to look in the same direction, I saw a gentleman of slim build and medium height, very correctly dressed in top hat and frock coat, following with his eyes the direction in which a waiter was pointing, directly at me. I do believe there's someone looking for you, she murmured. He looks familiar somehow. Not to me. I've never seen him before in my life. I stared at the gentleman, who was making his unhurried way through the groups of tables and chairs. He was definitely heading in our direction. My name is Salazar, he said as he held my hand for a moment. You may know the name. Oh, of course. Elizabeth rolled her eyes up to the ceiling, gesturing with her hands. You're the general manager at Rutherford's, aren't you? She suddenly became conscious of what she'd said. You had a tragedy today. Mrs. Rutherford. She swayed a little and grasped my hand. Oh, Nell, it's just come home to me. Lucetta Rutherford dead? All that beauty, that voice. She looked up at Mr. Salazar. How did she die? She asked, a grim expression on her face. Mr. Salazar hesitated for a moment. Her murderer cut her throat, he said finally. You may as well know. It'll be in this evening's papers. Dear God! Elizabeth's normally pink cheeks were pale, waxen-looking in the gaslight. My sister knows her, she said to Mr. Salazar. I'm sorry. And he genuinely looked it. I didn't want to talk about Lucetta any more. The only person on my mind was Martin. Where's Mr. Rutherford? I asked. I must go see him immediately. That's precisely what he doesn't want, Mr. Salazar said, an expression of sympathy in his brown eyes. And that, I realized, was precisely the answer I had already half-consciously anticipated.